Hello, my name is Rachel and today we're going to do Dilbert, the animated series. Dilbert is actually based on a comic book strip back in 1989 and it lasted over being still going on this today, but Dilbert was one of those interesting comic book strips because they focus on a daily workplace in a cubicle basically, but it's more of those that kind of examines each character, what they are, and kind of make fun of it. But this series does the same thing, but instead of making a kind of like a generic one-note character, they should kind of develop each one of them a little different, especially Dilbert himself and the whole show. The whole show is basically kind of making mockery of stupid stuff or these questioning things. But I like it as more like an argument instead of like, oh, this is so stupid, I'm so smart. No, this is more like kind of a debate about two characters, Dilbert and Dilbert. Yeah. There's a character named Dilbert, basically is his dog who kind of acts like him, but completely different. Basically, it's a part of Dilbert that he's dark side in a way, but it's not the same character. It's his own little thing, little dog that he is. A little demented little dictator that he can manipulate basically anyone, and Dilbert is the only character he kind of likes and talks to. You know, like they have this very strange relationship. They ask questions, or why people like over exaggerating things, or people who like to give charity but they don't do the work to have to be a charity, all those stupid things like that. That it sounds so meaningless, but it's so interesting. Like job titles, like this guy. Yes, my job is basically helping the research management, managing of managers because they need help because they don't know what to do managing of managers. So basically you're saying you do nothing. Yes, hello, I'm talking to you. Hey, don't ignore me. Anyway, whatever man. Now, this show was so fascinating because you have other characters to explore, especially the trash can man. I mean, this is one of the smartest characters in the series, and he works in a trash company. He just picks up trash and reappears. Or in fact, he's more like a metaphor of the idea, the certain subject or certain answer to everything, but not all the time. He just reappears what really matters. So yeah, you also have another character that's the boss of Dilbert, that he's an idiot, that he's pretty useless, and he doesn't know how to do his job. Yeah, I love that they just point out so many different flaws of people and kind of build development. For example, Wally is one of those characters that is burned out, lazy, tired, doesn't give a crap about his life anymore. He just go with the flow without working. And you think it would be tiresome watching this character, but he's just a sleazeball kind of character. But you know why he became this. Because he got overtired over the years and he just doesn't care. He tries to mimic something in his life to make him interesting himself again, but obviously you feel pity sometimes, or sometimes you feel that's kind of scummy. It's a character that really is interesting to see. You also have Howard, that is basically the loudest character in the whole series. He just screams, and they do explain why he screams things, that he doesn't like to be ignored or he's dead or something. He likes to be attention, so he just screams it out. That they don't develop that much, but at the same time, I don't think you need to develop that type of character. You also have Alice. Alice is a person who cut the BS and tell me the truth kind of character, because she sees a bunch of BS on you and she tells you right in your face. She's one of those characters that easily get pissed off and get in your face because she's just every kind of angry, complicated kind of character that in the very end she's kind of sentimental, kind of vulnerable. There are points that you just see, okay, I can see why she's so defense-like. She doesn't want to be that sort of stress, but she doesn't tell you or preach about it. She just honestly doesn't trust no one. The world is just crappy and she does it how she wants it. Though yeah, she's one of those characters that she is kind of a badass and funny. And also how the animation of all the other characters, don't pretend it's just animation, so this is kind of like a friendly kind of character. It's kind of like kid. No. This place goes dark sometimes. Sometimes the humor also accompanies the art that you don't expect to go like super dark or super serious, and it does. And it also has a lot of adult humor because it sometimes surprises you on the left field. For example, let's say bullshit or whatever, or go screw yourself kind of language on this series, that it's so surprising every time I watch an episode because the animation, how they was drawn, so simple and friendly. No, it's not. It surprisingly scares you. I didn't expect this. Of course, this is an A rating for a television series. So this show was completely interesting. I mean, especially how a comic book strip is difficult enough to sell because you adapt a comic book strip to an anime series. Usually it's just the strip is like being a minute long joke and that's it. How you develop a show under a minute. And they actually explore that in a way that is interesting because there are a few shows who based on the strip actually successfully make it work. I think one of the best ones is Garfield. Watching the original Garfield cartoons, that you kind of amazed they actually made it work for 10-minute episode. This one is a 20-minute episode that is difficult enough to pull off. Of course, this anime series lasted only 2 seasons, in total 30 episodes back in 1999 and the 2000s. So yeah, I'm surprised it lasted that long. But it's the interesting part, it's just so funny and interesting how this universe explore the ideas that it has. Like, one of the most interesting things is the humor it has. It's not adult humor. It's more like a mean-spirited humor about society, jobs, payments, and anything you could think of. I mean, especially when let's say you work at a cubicle, you sell stuff, you're just an inventor, and you go to the product people who sells the items you created, and you meet them kind of like arrogant, unlikable people who think they know everything but they really don't. Yeah, it's one of those people that seriously is the people who give this type of commercials. 20% orange! Yay! Wait, 20% orange. What's the 80% actually really is? Who created this comic book strip and the anime series is Scott Adams. That I have to applaud that guy. He knows what he's doing because it's so difficult to create a whole show, especially if you base on something and more at just a strip of a joke of the week. So yeah, it's an impressive kind of show because the quality of the show is kind of brilliant, smart, and just witty. I mean, it's mean-spirited, but not a kind of like Family Guy mean-spirited. It's more like, yes, that's how life really is. It's just kind of a bunch of assholes you have to work with and you hope that you can fix it. For example, Dilbert is one of those people who like to fix things, that he doesn't say no to anything. He just takes it as a challenge. But at the same time, the character's unsatisfied himself too because he knows that people are using other people to do other things. And the thing he doesn't like that he tried to fix. But sometimes Dilbert right his way, sometimes blow up his face. For example, one day he decided to take a different job or different company. Kind of realized this is paradise. Don't think you need this and this and this. And he fixes it, but at the same time ruins the whole company and destroys it. So Dilbert's oddness of to fix things is just so entertaining. It's one of the flaws of the character that he's not perfect, but you enjoy it so much. With Dilbert, because Dilbert is kind of like the anti-Dilbert, because he is kind of like a dictator, evil person who manipulates or trying to sell something off people so he get more money. That is the dog who lives with Dilbert for some reason, that he is so intelligent that he could buy his own house, that he still lives with Dilbert. I don't know why, he just do that, but it's one of those things you don't have to dissect everything about this show. But it's one of those like, yeah, it's one of the things you just ignore it, but because the show is just kind of clever and smart, pick up a certain subject. So that's what I enjoy it. I think one of the best examples of this show are kind of nitpicking or questioning the idea of the society they have. It's like the only people who help other people is people who have too much money and try not to feel guilty, or the people who get everything have nothing but it's more noble. What's the difference of being given too much or given too little? It's not. I love that they actually questioned that, and Dilbert was wrong in that episode. So that's really more interesting because the main character is wrong. Usually, like kind of like Family Guy, trying to be all political or smart, that they forget they could be wrong, or they could be both wrong or both right. I mean, that's what's so interesting about the series, that any stuff they go into, they usually tell the truth. Yeah, I could be wrong, we could both be right, so it could be anything, and that's just applause, because that's really hard to pull off. Especially like The Simpsons, who do this, done it maybe 2 or 3 times. Only once they did it right. The other 2 times was not really that impactful in other words. So yeah, it's one of those things that you have to understand the subject perfectly. In each episode they do. So yes, that's impressive. I have to say it lasted 30 episodes, but I kind of wonder why it lasted longer. Of course, the first season stuck to Fox, so yeah. Fox doesn't have a good track record, especially in the 90s. Usually they cancel the shows the 7 episodes or 5, say nope, this is not for us, and throw us away. So Dilbert, one of the rare shows that was lucky enough lasted the whole 2 seasons, especially the first season that in Fox, the second season and NCC. Yeah, it's one of those rare, unique things that got picked up the second season. So I recommend watch this series. Go and Crackle, they're completely free. All the episodes there. You just enjoy it because how smart and witty. Now I got nothing else to say about this series. You have to rate this honestly 8 out of 10. It's one of those series that it just surprises you every time you watch it because you never know what you're gonna get, especially the subject matter they're actually questioning or talking about. I got nothing else to say. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.